Hey guys, today we are walking through market. We're going to be walking in the rain. I'm actually very surprised that I don't know why I thought I knew, but we're going to be walking through markets. We're here, starting out close to my house at the uh, whole back, and then we're going to walk over to Longbian and down through the historic quarter. Just going to take a walk. We're getting closer to Tet, so we're going to see if we can see some, not new, some um, set decorations up, and we're gonna have a chat. It sounds like we already had a chat topic going. What was it, guys?
The fall of the United States as a superpower in the world stage.
I don't know about that, Erica. Didn't you see our lovely President Trump now has the Nobel Prize?
Yes, that one he so very much so earned and had to bully that Mikado lady into giving him, but that's funny as shit. Oh my
So,
god.
so he's now in control of the country that she wants to be president of, and also
Mm-hmm.
wants the little metal disc that she has been awarded. And even though it's meaningless for her to hand him the object as if that is the prize, he doesn't understand that. So maybe
Nope.
she'll be the new president.
They're like, okay, Grandpa, here it is. Let's park you in the corner while Stephen Miller and fucking Russell Vaught and who was the other one? Peter Thiel run this country. Because it's not really JD Vance, but he is friends with Thiel or Thiel, however you say the guy's name. But they're the people running the show, and Trump is the geriatric boil of the whole infection, and he's
Oh.
like, he's a speaking boil that all of the regressives love. They're like, he really speaks his mind. He speaks for us. And I'm like, yes, because you're all disgusting. Thank you.
Wesley, it reminded me of that less than stellar episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, as many things do, where there's that guy who collects things and he kidnaps Mr. Data for his collection.
Yeah,
It's like that. Like he just wants a Nobel Peace Prize for his collection.
he doesn't want to win
So
the
he
prize.
extort
He just wants the
he
object in his
I mean,
menagerie.
oh, he'll act like he won it. He'll act like he totally won it and all that stuff, but it's really just a piece in his collection that he can say I have one.
Guys, you can keep watching me eat, which I don't think is so exciting, or I can turn around so you can see the street while we talk, and it doesn't take long to eat. Which one do you think is more entertaining to watch?
Street.
Yeah, I'll go with Street. President of Venezuela.
Erica, that's going to come out with you just saying the words, he is the president of Venezuela.
Oh, no. No, that's just in Trumpy Poo's mind,
Well, no, I mean
but not really. No, it's, yeah.
I didn't see that, but it doesn't surprise me.
You didn't see the
So
story?
I no, I didn't. I mean, I know he's been saying that we're in charge of Venezuela somehow, even though we don't control anything and physically. And they did just pay tribute to us, though. Apparently, they $500 million in oil revenue was sent to us by the current president of Venezuela, the former vice president, who's now president, since we kidnapped their president. Although she's just as illegitimate a president as he was, the lady who was actually elected is the one who gave Trump a Nobel Peace Prize today, so she could try to buy his support to
Yeah.
actually let her be the president, like we said we were going to do before we wanted all the money.
And the thing about getting that money is that all of his idiot cult members are going to be like, see, now he's bringing money into the country. I was like, yeah, right to him and his old buddies, because you're not going to see it. You're not going to
No,
see
it's
a reduction in your costs for anything.
no, it's in an offshore account in Qatar right now. That's been reported. Yeah, that he controls. He controls.
He
So
personally,
apparently, yeah.
not the office of president. Wow. The new level.
But that is my understanding. I could be wrong. It's happened before, but yeah, this lady's trying to, I guess, up the ante. I can't think of her name. I'm sorry. The actual elected
It's
president of
Mikado.
Venezuela.
It's either Mikado or Machado. It's probably Mikado, but Machado, that's her.
She's trying to up the ante here by giving him a Nobel Peace Prize, I guess. See if that beats millions of dollars worth of oil money.
Oh yeah, because he'll be able to pilfer money
It
from
might.
everyone, but he surely wants that recognition he doesn't earn.
That stolen valor, yeah.
Oh, they love that stolen valor. Oh my God, I've got a thing to send to y'all about a guy whose last name is Santos, who was spreading white supremacist, horrible white power stuff during a rally in North Carolina over here yesterday or the day before. And his dad's a Baptist preacher for immigrants, and his last name is Santos. He is Hispanic. And he did that. That's where we're at in this country. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Oh, where
There's,
the Latino people are trying to get in with the white supremacists?
Yes. Oh, yeah. They've been doing that. They've been assimilating them for years, especially with the Cubans first. But yes, they do it.
That's like that Dave Chappelle skit where he was
the KKK
Klansman. Yes. Yeah, but he was black. Yeah.
I also watched a video of a Hispanic man knocking on another Hispanic family's door, and the boy, thankfully, and it's a very calm, like 16 or 17-year-old boy. The guy was like, "I need you to open this door now," and he was threatening the boy in whatever way he could. And the boy just read off of a script telling him, "You're going to need to have a warrant. I don't allow you to come in here. You're not allowed to enter my home, blah, 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 blah." The guy was so mad. He's like, "Okay, I'm going to come back with a warrant." The guy was like, "Okay, have a great day." I was like, "Good job, boy." But that was a traitor. That is a traitor right there. Because what people do like, if it's adjacent to the whole white power structure, is that if they can get a piece of it, then they're like, well, it's the other people that are going to suffer, not.
Yeah, it's that Uncle Tom syndrome.
It's bad, yes. My Hispanic friend called it a Mexicoon, and I was like, "Oh my Jesus, please, John, I can't call it that." But I'm just saying they did.
I'm just reporting the news.
Just reporting.
I was about to say, I think we may have on tape that you did call it that. Just.
Luckily, I got to the end of the boat when the gimbal started to get out. Let's take off. First, let's walk over and look at the lake. We're too close to it not to see that lovely lake.
That's what I say. I just went with my tongue.
Raspberries.
Crackers.
Just so you know, that's what that is. The raspberries. It's what Carol Channing says in a movie. I'm going to send the video to y'all for that because I will continue to do the raspberries thing. If anyone goes, is that a little corner building? I like corner places like that.
It's on the corner, so yeah.
Is that me in the corner?
Like, not is that me in the corner? But no, like only buildings that that have a little corner piece. Is it? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a little triangular bit that it's just like an entryway.
Many buildings have corners.
Yeah, I'm talking about the little triangular corner. Like it goes with the architecture, not a boxed off thing. I'll show you. Because I was looking at a house over here that obviously
a building that makes use of its corner, like architecturally.
Yes, thank you. That because they have one over here, but I mean, not that I'm going to be able to get it, but I saved it. It's a commercial building that they're selling as or residential. And I don't know what it used to be, but I want it just because it looks that way. But then I don't because it's in the city. It probably has like.
I'm about to show you one that doesn't. This is a cute little coffee shop. And I don't know if they're going to do something with the rest of the building. They've been working on it. But anyway. So it has a window, but that corner is not really. They didn't really work the corner into the building. It just is on the corner.
But they did come out with a little facade right there. I like that too. Also, obviously, the architecture there is really pretty, and that's the only good thing from the
when you say facade, you mean that it's they just like painted it and made it look nice?
No, I'm saying how it shoots off there. There's like the it's like a part of the window, but then that little bit juts out for it to be like a little.
Yeah,
you see what I'm talking about, right? There's a little cove.
Decorative.
Yeah,
it's just decorative, really, though, because it's not enough to get under. I mean, I guess if we're training really hard, it's really sheltered, but it's just decorative. the fancy coffee shop. Oh, I hope that wasn't our only topic of discussion today.
I mentioned to Eric another thing that happened to me today, but it's a sad thing, so I won't go into it here.
Well, you don't have to.
Unless you
Although,
want to, you might as well, because like
Oh,
I just talk about the worst shit ever. But
I guess I just brought it up now. My cat died. Yeah, one of our cats died. He was a Mr. Goofball. He was a cat that initially belonged to my cousin, who was a couple doors down from us, but he just kind of ended up living here most of the time, and we took care of him and all that. I always considered him to kind of be shared custody with my cousin, but yeah, he'd been sick. He'd gotten down to skin and bones. We couldn't really do anything for him. And today, not sure, maybe 8 or 9. So I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, he just he gotten bad sick, and today he was clearly suffering. He wasn't going to get any better, and so we had to put him down. So
fine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just glad he's not hurting anymore.
want the kids to do the same for me. Not even kidding. I was like, hey, guess what? We do that for all of our animals. You're going to take me out. Thank you. And I don't mean to Ruth's Chris. I mean, Papa Cap. Give me some sleepy time meds that never quit.
Make sure you're very specific about when they do that.
Right. I have to be, absolutely about to perish.
I mean, there are documents you can legally do that spell that out, so there's no confusion.
Well, there's a,
I mean, before they would have to they have to do it on the sly, because we don't have that in the state.
I guess that's right. Yeah, we can't make a legal document for something that's illegal, I suppose. So never mind.
They can't really do that. There's a such thing as a DNR, but that's not the same.
Right, I would have to be like absolutely dying right there, and then and they do not resuscitate. Like, I don't even want to get to the point of where like I'm a bag of bones and I'm like in pain and I can't even think straight and I'm just miserable, and and then bam. Like when I can't eat or drink anymore, like you got to stop it right there, because when you're unable to eat or drink and your body is shutting down, that's when you do it. Okay, before everything starts to be absolutely painful, and there you go.
Right, this used to be a big issue under discussion. Is this what, I'm reaching back into the memory here. Is this what Dr. Kevorkian was about? People are always
assisted suicide. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And it is legal in some other states, and there are a couple of states that allow people to go to those states without it being a repercussion. And they're said you don't have to be a citizen in a couple of states. I was just reading this. I can't remember where, but do you know why I was reading about how you can actually travel to a couple of other states, even if you're not a citizen, and you can go through the process of assisted suicide? It's not like you just pop over there and it's like the death machines on Soylent Green or anything. I'm like, you have to go through a process. But the reason this was brought up online is because a 93-year-old man took his wife to his 86-year-old wife who was ill, took her to a parking lot, a grocery store parking lot, and shot her, and then called the cops and said, well, I killed her. It was necessary. She was sick. And I'm like, okay, why didn't you pop a cap in your own ass, Grandpa? Because you have COPD. I read his whole stuff about him. He should have done that. But that is how selfish most men are when it comes to their women. That's the ones that are most likely to leave them or kill them when they're sick. But yeah, people were like, someone was like, maybe she wanted that. And this guy said, I doubt she wanted to be shot in the head in an Aldi parking lot.
Well, okay, so I take it we have no evidence that she actually consented to this and was her
right. And people were like,
that's
exactly. People were like, if she wanted this, then yes, he could have actually taken her, especially since he was in California. He could have taken her right up to like Oregon or places like that. And it would have been fine. But he just did not. Get down. Sorry. He just Don't back me up. Don't be my hype man, Georgia. Lay down.
You weren't yelling at him. He's just backing you up.
Oh, it's Georgia. She's like, no. Watch. What? Get him. See? Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Crap. I opened the door the other day and I yelled for Jacob and I was like, wait. And it was really loud and kind of rough. And there was a couple of guys walking down the street. And then Georgia went, oh. And the guys were like, holy shit. Oh, yeah. And the neighbors stole our food off the porch, not off our porch, but it was delivered to them. It was the dog food and some other little things. And I know who the neighbors are because I get the picture of whose porch it's on. So they'll be getting a visit from me. Jacob's like, don't start anything. I was like, they started it. I'm going to bring them the picture and be like, hey, so you see, this is $25 worth of items. So if you have the items, hand them to me. If you don't, give me $25. I'm going to go ahead and talk to HOA, but then we'll have to talk to police and see about that because I have proof. Scared cat keeps trying to jump on my. They know they're not allowed on my damn. What's this thing called? Shit. What's this thing called? My desk. It's my desk. I can't think of words. There. Okay. Come on. Shit. God, you shit. Okay. But yeah, but I'm saying that's why I found out about how there were other states where you could just take someone there. So it's always bullshit when people are like, oh, they just had to kill them. And I'm like, I mean, they could go there. I mean, maybe they don't have enough money, but I can guarantee you that she wasn't like, honey, come and pop a cap in my ass at the Aldi, Like most women don't even like to die by gun.
At all.
Yeah. Or die on. I don't know. Ask Sylvia Plath.
That is a historic market. It has recently been restored. The clock on top there is fake. I don't know why they put a fake clock up there. But okay. Yep, anyway, that's my neighborhood market.
It's cute. And of course, it's got the right colors for their dealio.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, look at this thread in the flag. Otherwise, it's just yellow.
Well, yeah, and, it complements all of them. And I know there's flags all over the place over there because every time you show me stuff, I'm like, oh, I like that flag. They're like, thanks. It's our it's our flag. I don't know what it is.
It's with flags.
It's a trigger for Trumpers.
Fun with flags.
They don't even know anything about it. They couldn't even point out like Vietnam on a map and definitely couldn't give you a definition of communism. But by God, they hate that flag.
I hate it.
Yes, it was.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's not what I say. I'm just reporting the news.
Just reporting the news.
Yeah. Oh, it was 4 days ago that Fatty Arbuckle Orange Schittler declared himself acting president of Venezuela. That's what it was on Truth Social. It's ridiculous.
The official source of government news. Somebody was commenting on how half the stuff he does is just something he said on social media, like the War Department, but it's never been an official change. It's still the Department of Defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they never actually changed it. They just wrote it on social media.
And this isn't even something that he created. He shared a fake Wikipedia screenshot of him being the acting president of Venezuela.
Right,
he's like,
right. Okay,
so it's like even more ridiculous. He's such an idiot. Like, it's so hard. If anybody, I doubt any Trumper will ever like come across this, but if you do, fuck off and die. I'm just saying, fuck you all.
I'm just saying, fuck you all.
Dang it. Put this thing. There we go. I'm surprised these headphones are working, y'all, because I only took about 20 minutes to be able to charge them, and then it said boom.
Well, I made a successful Visa run yesterday.
That's right. Tell us about that.
It was the first time I'd done it all in one day because I've been trying to make my own bus arrangements and do the traveling. To be honest, it is more expensive to stay a week in in Laos, but not that much more expensive because you have to pay extra for the rush on the visa, and they do get it back in just a few hours. It was very quick. When you do it through an agent, they know what they're doing and they get it done quickly. I will say that, and that is good.
Good.
But it costs more. It costs so. I guess the other way to put it is it costs almost as much to do the rush visa as it does to stay a week in the place that you're going to. And of course, I would much rather travel and see Laos, lovely country. But as long as I don't have the little extra money, I'll be doing it this way next time. So, but otherwise, it's just a long bus ride. I left at about 1 a.m. on Friday and got back at about 10 on Friday.
What does remind the people at home, perhaps, why you have to keep doing that?
I'm doing that because I'm not working a regular job here. I'm working online and doing some substitute work, substitute teaching. But I don't have a regular job, so I don't have a work visa or a residence permit. And working class people have to do a visa run. Not this. So you have to do a run. You have to do a reset your visa basically every 3 months. And so you have to physically get outside the country and then return. There's no time requirement on it. You just have to be out, file for the urgent visa, and then come back in. And that is pretty standard. It's funny I don't recall them ever saying this in China, but then again, it's easy to do it on your own in China. You don't need an agency for it. Um, but when you go online and do searches, it'll say stuff like in Vietnam, it works. It does this in Vietnam, visa run in Vietnam, blah blah. I'm like, well, that's all true, but it's also everywhere. Visa runs are not unique to Vietnam. If you're going to be inside a country for an extended amount of time, but you're not working and you're not really a resident, then you basically maintain the tourist status, and you have to cross the border in order to reset the length of stay. Because you're only allowed to.
And
Go ahead. It's pretty standard. That's what I was saying. Everywhere if you don't have the I think it's called the residence permit in China as well. If you don't have that, you have to do the same thing in China and just about anywhere.
well, if you're here, you get to be beaten by a guy who peaked in high school at best and wishes they were a cop, but they can't pass the exam.
I mean, you should probably take them to dinner first and ask politely, but yeah, you can.
The thing is, what you see, the sort of misty look, with maybe some exceptions later in the day, that's natural phenomenon. But the same meteorological event that causes that fog to settle and hang over the city is what's keeping the pollution from going anywhere. So it's mostly micro particulate matter that you can't see, but it's still doing damage. But it's sort of helped by the fact that you can actually see the mist that's hanging there, which is really unfortunate because that's one of the best things about Hanoi in this part of the year. There's that cool mist hanging over the lake and hanging over the city. I don't know why they don't advertise it that way in brochures. Say cool mist as one of the bullet points. Although that sounds like a soda, so maybe they should.
Yeah, or douche.
Come on. I guess it's also
Cooling mist, all up ends.
all up ends. Oh, where were we going? We're going to Charlong. Sorry, I forgot where I was going for a second.
I have news. I have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, right? And it was
Okay.
because I had gallbladder removal, a cholecystectomy very many years ago, and they don't tell you that will cause issues because your gallbladder holds bile, which emulsifies fat before it hits your intestines. When you don't have that gallbladder, the fat is constantly seeping into your intestines, okay? This alters how your liver that produces cholesterol also works. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on there. So it makes more visceral fat. Also, when you're fat, you have more visceral fat. It's not like my 60 pounds overweight ass doesn't have visceral fat from that too, but the other started before I even got fatter. And so those are, it's like actually cyclical, you know, it's a circle of fat. But okay, so I read that GLP-1 drugs reduce, obviously they're cardioprotective for various reasons because of how they work and what they do. They, especially for women with hormonal issues too, it's been helpful for them for reducing inflammation. And even if they're not, even if they're like right at borderline or almost borderline diabetic, it actually resets and it actually helps them too. The other thing is it reduces the visceral fat and it reverses people's non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Now, I'm extremely afraid of taking this medication though, because I also have ulcerative colitis, but that always gets, it always flares up because of the inflammation and hormones and probably because of my visceral fat and like a whole, you know, this whole synergistic fuck my body effect. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to try and do this, and I'm afraid of taking them because they slow stomach emptying. So when you eat, the food stays in there longer, you're fuller and don't want to eat. That is not my intention because I love eating and I can hold off on eating. I need it to work with the other part where it is with your glucose and insulin and how it works in your body. You see what I mean? And that's what reduces my other stuff. So I'm going to have to deal with the fallout from slowing the stomach thing, and the weight loss would be a good plus, but I need to not die and I need to stop the inflammation. And I'm hoping that this, oh, by the way, also studies have shown that it has helped to prevent ulcerative colitis flares. So I believe it. I've seen it, peer-reviewed studies, National Institutes of Health, you know, but I'm just telling y'all that because if I end up dying, you know why. But anyway, so I'm going to start those. But I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to probably wait like until Jacob's off work for 2 days. So just in case something happens with me, he's here, you know, but if I even get slightly nauseated, y'all, you know, I ain't going to keep doing it. I can't be nauseated. I can't.
That is your least favorite thing.
That's right. Oh, and I used a compounding pharmacy, and I got a, oh yeah, I actually hate these Nazi fascist bastards more than I hate vomiting. Like if it meant that Trump would leave office and all the people with him and we could flush them down the toilet, I would actually vomit once a day at least just to get rid of them. But anyway, okay, but yeah, that's the second thing I hate the most. So but yeah, I used the compounding pharmacy and I got the stuff quick too. I just ordered it. I told you about it, Scott, like a few days ago, and I had ordered it and then they processed it in 2 days and it got to me in 2 days in a refrigerated pack from the compounding pharmacy, and it's tirzepatide mixed with B6. So that's what's happening. Tirzepatide. That's the stuff, funny enough, that Jacob produces over here at his work. However, I can't afford it through them, and that's only for people that have insurance or people that have like, you know, like their insurance will pay for it if their doctor will write. I have Medicaid, but it does not pay for that here. So I got the compounding pharmacy in a discount because they're only allowed to get by with that because there's enough production of the regular meds. Like they amped up production through compounding pharmacies when there was a shortage because doctors were over prescribing it. But now that the compounding pharmacies, they've been told to make sure that they list that they are not FDA approved. I'm like, yeah, but y'all really were like allowing them to do it because it is the same, but you know, but there are different qualities from what I could tell. So we'll see if it works. I don't know.
So this whole area is called Cha Cha Long.
Wait, called what?
Cha Cha Long.
Cha Cha Long. Cha Cha Long smooth. Yeah, yeah. Reverse.
So
You like
Long Market. No, sorry, that was the last market, guys. Sorry, this is Cha Long the end. Sorry. Chao Long Bien. My mistake. Chao Long was the first one. I just still had that name in my head.
Wait, this one's so long?
This is Chao Long Bien.
Okay.
Long Bien. Yeah. Same name as the bridge, we'll see in a minute, and the neighborhood that the bridge goes to. That's what it's named for. Which can get a little confusing because if you tell someone you want to go to Chao Long, they don't know really if you mean the market or the neighborhood, and they're opposite sides of the river.
How do you specify then?
I mean, you just make sure you don't just say Long Bien, because
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, tip me. Oh
there's
no.
also like a major bus interchange called Long Bien, which could also mean. So if you say that and the driver responds with something, if you're not fluent in Vietnamese, and he responds with something, then make sure you know how to tell him which one to go to. So learn the full name, like
Right.
Chao Long Market, there'd be no confusion. Chao Long Bridge, no
Right.
confusion. Yeah. I think the bridge is Ko, so I said it's Ko Chao Long. I mean, I keep saying Chao Long. I'm sorry. Long Bien, Ko, Ko Long Bien.
Sounds like easier to understand and convey where to go with those Long Bien similarities rather than Peachtree Street, because there's so many over there in Atlanta, and you cannot specify. It's just Peachtree, and you're like, maybe the Peachtree over by this building. I don't know.
Yeah, and it sounds strange, but the more you learn of a phrase, like the longer it is, the easier it is to understand on both ends. Because when someone says just a couple of words in a foreign language, like you got nothing to pick up on. You're like, what? What's the context here? What are you talking about? Whereas if you put the full thing in there, you got a few more words to go. Oh, he means the market, because you can hear a couple things. So I guess I'm saying it helps to learn more of a language. Tune in for more revolutionary new ideas.
Thanks for
This
coming to
is
my TED Talk.
If you guys notice all the trash on the ground, I've never been here at this hour. It's kind of cool to see it. This is an overnight market, so they really start up a little before midnight, and because it's wholesale, so they start going I guess around midnight, and then they go all the way up until probably just a couple hours ago. Oh, I mean, in a sense they're still going because this is the cleanup phase. This is the cleanup after the wholesale market. I think this is a really cool market, and I guess part of it is really that I feel like this is the sort of place that Anthony Bourdain would have gone in one of his shows. He likes to go to wholesale markets and see the food coming in.
Those guys really know how to consume.
I mean, they're not the consumers; they're wholesalers. Sorry.
Consume Prilosec.
Consume Prilosec. It'll bring you joy.
What is Prilosec?
No, you don't know the Prilosec thing?
I don't know the Prilosec thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I've got to send you the video. Hold on, but I'll send it. But yeah. Oh, you don't, and you haven't taken Prilosec? I guess not, since you don't know what it is, unless you haven't, you just didn't know. But it's
Prilosec blackout.
omeprazole. It's a over the counter what do you call stomach acid reducer, a heartburn
Prilosec
acid reflux
blackout.
drug. Boy, I tell you, if that would mess you up, then there'd be a whole bunch of junkies taking Prilosec, which would also be hilarious. Oh, they're like, I got my
I just said it will
Prilosec, y'all.
bring you joy, so it'll bring your joy. Prilosec is your god now.
My God, I want y'all to know. Oh yeah, Scott knows, but Wesley Jacob accidentally put my phone in the freaking washing machine, so I'm trying to dry it out now. And he had a backup iPhone, which I don't use iPhones, and I don't know how to, and I don't like them very much. But I'm trying to set it up now to at least just be able to use it, not for the phone itself, but just to use the stuff on it, so I can get on my all my apps and things like that. But the entire time we've been on here, I've been trying to set this stupid thing up.
Wow, that's a long time. How long
Don't
have we been?
share. I don't even. Does it say it on here? It says it, doesn't it?
See? Have a little timer
Let me go to
going.
the.
Just a record button.
Like an hour, I think.
Yeah, it says 40 minutes right now, but we were on before recording too. So yeah, it was like an hour. Man, I'm telling you, I really don't like products.
Tell
Apple
you
things
what.
suck. I'll tell you what.
You mean Apple products?
Apple, yeah, I don't want anything. Yes, Apple stuff sucks and they can bite me. But if this phone works after I've kind of figured it out, then I'll keep it. But it's also really heavy. What the hell?
Yeah. I had one iPhone years ago, and granted it was an old one, but I'm not going to buy a new one to test their product. And they are far beyond the
Mm-hmm.
stage where they're getting people to try their product. They've got their junkies who only go buy Apple
Yes.
products, and they are
Yes,
satisfied
they're
with that. I was
very
like,
snooty about it.
right.
But you're over there in the part of the world where they're made. Shouldn't you have to pay less for them since you're near the source?
I'm afraid that is not how it works. In fact,
Oh,
I'm fairly sure Chinese people pay far more for iPhones than Americans do.
that makes no sense.
Makes a sense?
No, it makes no sense.
Oh, no
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
I
in
cannot
a
get to the bridge this way.
communist country where the workers are supposed to benefit from their labor more.
I mean, no one's making them buy it. So this is the
I
bridge I
guess that's
talked about.
true.
Oh, we can walk this way.
Maybe I don't understand communism.
You probably don't. You're forgiven if you don't, because we're misinformed about it quite a bit.
I thought I knew what it was.
Now there's a whole new world opening to me. I can buy
A
an
whole
iPhone.
new world of communist propaganda.
I mean, it's anti-communist propaganda, but go ahead.
Whatever.
What's this thing say Cupertino on here? I'm going to have to figure this out. This is
Change.
incorrect. Yeah, what the hell is that? I'm on the, it's like a little weather app. How do I update that? Oh my God, I'll just do that later on.
What I was trying to actually say something good about communism and say, the workers benefit from more directly from their labor. I thought that was a
Well,
positive.
they do, but Apple will definitely make sure that they don't. But also, Apple, being associated with capitalism at large, anyway. But also, where they get their components is where there's the minerals and slave labor elsewhere.
Also,
not there. They make it there.
Also, there's no pure Marxist capitalism has ever been implemented except in like communes and stuff. I mean, on a large scale.
Right. That's what this isn't even a pure democracy here.
Well, there's no pure democracy either. That's absolutely true. Yeah.
Right.
Side note, this is Long Bien Bridge. This is a historic site and a thing that people like to do. And I wonder if you guys are interested in taking a side trip on our walk this morning and walking across the bridge. We can make that a whole episode.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Otherwise, we just from here we go into the historic district and we walk that so many times. And we're not quite you said we were at an hour, so it'll be enough to cross the bridge and then we'll take a look. It's an interesting thing.
Well, the recording's only at 45 minutes, so.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't want sorry, I just got clotheslined. I don't want you guys to take more time. I have class this morning, so. But we've got about 40 minutes left if you guys are game to stick around.
Sure. I'm scheduled till 8.
No, breathe it in. There.
All right, well, into the bridge. Historic bridge. Historic site, there's plenty of written about it. If you're interested, cool bridge noise. Okay.
I also have a story about the food that I gave out yesterday and the people that got the food, but namely this one woman who Jacob dropped off the food to her. Oh, I had a bunch of food that I was going to take to Santana, like lots of grass-fed ground beef. I was going to bring them over there to you, Scott, too. I still have some for you and your mama, too. I also even got your mama pancakes because I remember she liked pancakes. But anyway, okay. So there was too much stuff in our deep freezer. And so I had a lot of food. Yes.
This has recently been converted to a coffee shop. Now, keep watching. It's Wausau
What?
Cafe. This, let me back up. Sorry.
It looks like a castle.
It's been converted into a coffee shop. Go ahead with your story. Sorry.
Oh no, that looks cool though. I was about to make a comment about King Arthur or something, and then you're like, it's a coffee shop. I was like, what? It's just the one lady. A lot of people responded. I put it in a post for you from Durham win, right? So it's like one of those, like it's like a hood type community thing, right? And so a lot of people messaged back. I got in touch with 7 women, 1 guy who lives in an assisted living facility. That guy is about to get a bunch of stuff there. I said, I'll probably start giving y'all stuff on an ongoing basis. So I'll keep in touch with you and with the house manager there. And then the other people, they gave me all the resources, like, because when you try and give food to places here, you have to schedule with them when you're going to drop it off. That is not conducive to people just hurrying up and giving you stuff. You know what I mean? So I had to find the easy places to give it. But there's community fridges here. They have community fridges all over Durham where you could put the stuff. They're plugged in outside of certain shops, and you can put prepared foods and other foods in it and non-perishables in the fridges, and anyone can come and get the food.
Is that
No
a rail
questions asked.
line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, this is great. One is Ga Hanoi, and this one is Halongin.
Wait, so that one goes through where people could step in front of it too, like when you were doing the Christmas market stuff, and like
Same line, yeah. In fact, if
it's
we
the
were
same
to
thing.
walk,
Oh, okay.
if we were to walk the rail line in this direction, we would go through Train Street in a few minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's worth noting you guys are kind of spoiled because you live in the United States and we have more rail line per capita than any country in the world. I mean, you do, I don't. But when you go to travel, most places the rail line is rare, and it's a sign of connection and wealth because you get most of them still passenger service, but yeah, you get goods through the rail line. So that many that run through Hanoi, and it's a big city, as you know. This is the main one. That direction, the train that goes to China.
What? That's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
How
Now
long
you
does
can
that
go
take if they go straight from there to China?
to get all the way to the city that you're going to, which would be Nanning. I think it's like an 8, maybe longer. It's
Oh,
overnight.
that's not bad though. That's not
No, it's not
bad.
that. It's definitely the way I've wanted to do it for years. I can't seem to make it happen. So I'm going to and very old pictures, or what look like very old pictures of this station, and it looks like I, it looks like it's out. Let me see if I can get the camera to pan up. It's not doing a thing. It looks like it could be out like by a dirt road in the countryside. And then they came in and redid it, and now it's a fancy on the inside. Looks like a peek inside. You can see it. But that direction come all the way down to this station anymore. It stopped one station away. Yeah, fancy new.
Oh wow, that is nice.
That is nice.
I would definitely want to ride that train. Come on, ride that train to China. No, anyway. That's my remix. The Quad City DJs, they're going to China.
You notice the Marxist bus stop. It gets confusing. This bridge makes for one of the more iconic photos of Hanoi, and yet most tourists went over water. It's not that monumental, but I think it's a fun thing. Nerd. If you look up the name of this bridge, Long Bien Bridge, you will find um, it was built by the French. I think it was the first um, bridge to connect that side of the river with this side. Um, it was as I mentioned, it goes to China, so it was a very important American war. Behind me, 'cause I'm not walking. The people that just passed me, they felt like they were running a marathon. They're like, "Ow!" I'm not
I
walking
got
that
places
fast.
to be.
They're busy, yeah. One of the things I want to do with the channel is to try and somewhat alter people's like idea of what to do on vacation. Because I've been a victim of that, and I still do it occasionally. You get a list of things, you're like, oh, that's cool, and that's cool, and that's cool. I want to do everything, yay! But then you end up just checking off this huge list and not really enjoying yourself. And the other kind of vacationer that people I've traveled with, I end up going doing my tourist stuff alone, and they sleep till like 1 p.m. in the hotel room. These were the young people that I traveled with when I lived in China. I know. I'm like, why did you come? And I'm like, you just wait. I think that's too bossy. Things like
Carpe diem. Seize the day.
you guys watch Rick and Morty at all? Any clips on? I feel like I watch it.
I watched the first couple of episodes, and I did not care for it.
People, they, you know, a lot of fandoms do that anyway. They were like really weird and toxic. And see, Rick is not supposed to be a role model, but they all were like, yeah, I'm like Rick. And I'm like, that's not the point of the show. Right. Well, and it's purposely problematic. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to like be jarring. And there's another. Oh my god, there's another show made by the creator of Rick and Morty, and I was like, oh, this might be funny, and it's got these aliens in it, but it was absolutely fucking sad. There was this really one sad part, and I was like, screw you! Why'd you trick me into watching this? I watched Rick and Morty for like when they like start this concert and he does a dance and makes up a dance, get swifty, and it's stupid. That's what I was looking for, was stupid shit.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's fun though.
Get out of the kitchen. Go, 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 go. The woman. Jacob picked up the lady and gave her the food. Well, we weren't going to pick her up, but then she said, she was like, I rode the bus over here and I'm just going to walk it home. And I was like, ma'am, this is 5 bags of food. One of them's like a whole chicken. You can't walk this home. I was like, put on this mask and do your hands. We have hand sanitizer and a mask. Just get in the car. Okay, she had her boyfriend with her. He had a mask already, and put that on. And then they were like really nice people, but she had to sit in the middle at the front of Jacob's truck, and she put her arm in his, right? And the boyfriend doesn't see this. Jacob thought the boyfriend was her son, by the way. And I was like, no, honey, I was on her page. She likes what they call YNs, and we're not allowed to say the words for that, but it's young N-word, right? She likes them, and that's what she was telling me. And she gets out of the car while Jacob and her boyfriend are putting the food out at their door. And she's like, "Ooh, girl." She's like, "Girl, now that they're out of here, your son is finer than a motherfucker." I was like, "Oh my God." Oh, my God. She was so hood, and I really like that lady. So I was like, "Oh, we're going to keep in touch." And she was like, "I got to meet you." And I was like, "Oh, I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere with anybody." I was like, "And that ain't against you. I just haven't for years. But if I do, I will hit you up." But yeah, she's like, "You did a good job. He's so fine. He's so smart." But yeah, the other lady, it was like definitely meant to be, because the other lady that he was dropping off food to was right around the corner from that lady at another government housing place. And then there was this woman that was kind of out in a place that looks more like Cartersville, because we're in the city. Anyway, that's so far with just those households. We've fed 20 people because they have kids and a lot of adults in the homes. And they have good food, right? Like real food. Every bag, since there were kids in the home, every bag had a cake and an icing, but it also had sugar-free candies just in case. And it also had nut-free things just in case, because I didn't know what their allergies might be. And a ketchup bottle for each one, because I know kids eat ketchup, because I do. And one of them really said, "Thank you for the ketchup," because her daughter loves ketchup. I was like, "Same. My kid is like, Santana does not go without ketchup," and I never did as I was growing up. Anyway, everybody got that. So then there'll be 4 more women that'll get it on the 23rd, because I still have some in the freezer. The rest goes in the community fridges, and then the other goes to, on an ongoing basis, once a month, to the assisted living facility. And there you go. And everybody was so helpful on the page. They're so much nicer here. And it definitely has to do with like that it's a healthcare education and research hub. So, like more educated people are like usually a little bit more liberal leaning and nicer. That doesn't mean that they're kind, though. They're nicer though. But yeah. Now the only country people that are nicer, like the ones that are separate from that whole political hellstorm. You know what I mean?
And I do put this shit through hell. There we go. Now we're back. Battery saved. All right. So you can see I know they're boats, small boats in this side part of the river. This water is connected to the river, but we're not quite there yet. The river is large. This is not it. And that was just mentally noting that the water is up. The water's up really high. I guess it's winter and there's more. That's not it. You guys can't even see the bridge in the distance, so I won't comment on that. But there is one out there. There are many today bridges over the river, the Red River. I think. The strange thing is, it's English as the Red River. In Vietnamese, Pink River. And the old characters, I mean, the river's been here a while. The old characters that are in Chinese, from the Chinese.
How did it end up being pink?
There's some decorations. I think over the next few weeks, you guys go up and hopefully we'll get so you can see something about Tet. I hadn't really even thought about doing a Tet. I don't know what we would. Tet is it's a big holiday, but it's mostly where people go home time with family. So, yeah.
Well, yeah,
They decorate for it, but that's it, right? And then everybody's kind of like,
Street. That would be something we could do one day.
Right, I remember that. I was like, uh-oh. Everybody's at home.
Oh my God, that's frightening. It's like a lion is roaring. I don't know. A robot lion. Voltron.
I'm corrected, guys. We make it across the bridge. I've got about side. It's not like there's a prize that.
I thought you'd touch the flagpole and the whole bridge would collapse behind you,
Oh no!
thus killing Bowser, the evil King Koopa. Well, they shouldn't have been in King Koopa's castle.
It's amazing they got past all of the pits of lava.
It is. It's amazing. Maybe they're there commuting to help him maintain the pits of lava. I don't know. Takes a village. I don't know how all that works.
It takes a village. Oh, you just made me choke. Jesus. It takes a village of little Koopa. What are they? They're just Koopa troopers, right? No, that's the mushrooms. They're the Koopas.
Mushroom little guys are the little mushroom shaped guys are called Goombas.
Goombas, that's it. What are the turtley looking things? What are they called? It is Koopa Troopas. Oh, I was right about that. So they are the Koopa Troopas. Okay. I don't think they're there willingly, honestly. I think that they're slave labor. Because nobody wants to be stomped on.
Again, I mean, I'm not going to kink shame on here, but, some people.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy it. That's all I'm getting at. No, it's all right.
Out for a minute because I was noticing there was a man walking the rail. Just so you know, I'm on a sort of sidewalk. And,
is that man a Vietnamese hobo?
Hobo.
Well, so it is.
Y'all, I finally got the iPhone set up. It's taken that. I mean, now I did pause to go and clean the kitchen floor real quick while I heated up my eggplant parm. So technically, it probably took about an hour to set this thing up, though.
Yes. I'm still here. I'm still speaking. Oh, but you're not.
Yeah, he just left. He was like, here's an example.
Yeah. Trying to bust my chops about it. You're not one that's not around, mister.
What are you asking me for?
It's not me.
Tell me. This is my oldest boy. He just grabbed my back. He was like, Mommy. He didn't hurt me. He was just like patting me. He scared the shit out of me. Damn. You don't eat this. It's literally high fiber wheat bread and a freaking piece of eggplant parm. You don't eat it, honey. Let me fix your eye, though. You look like you got some allergy eyes. Let me get that. Yeah. Uh-oh. What?
Shoot.
okay, well, we're recording, so I guess I will say we're going to wait a minute and see if Erica will hop back on, but I'm out of battery, so this is the wrap. We didn't make it to the river. I don't know why the battery drained so quickly. But could be too much excitement.
Too much
Let's
excitement.
walk down a bit. Yeah, let's walk down here.
Okay.
Oh, you're there! Yay!
What are y'all doing?
Shit.
No.
If I don't kill myself.
Ooh.
Alright, we're not going to make it across the river, Erica. My battery is dying, and I might be soon if I can't navigate this wet route.
But be careful.
I've never been
Holy
that way.
crap.
Let's give it a try. That's alright. This is about as far as as long as I wanted to go anyway. We didn't quite make it across. You guys can let me know if you ever want to do the whole bridge, but since we've done half of it now, it might be anticlimactic to do another episode with the bridge. But I think it was more fun than the historic district. Right, yeah. Well, for us, more fun, I should say.
Well, it was newer.
Never been to the
It was a new
historic district, I've never
experience,
seen it. You'll love it, it's great, but we've done it. We've been there quite a few times. Okay, so let me flip the camera around to say Arriva Durkee.
Okay, up. She was missing the little pieces I threw for her.
My battery is quite low, and the big battery must be out. I don't know. But that's all right. This was this today anyway, so I thank you for joining.
Hi, everybody.